Hey there everybody, Manly Starman here. Welcome to part 6 of my Hunger Games series. Today, we're answering the age-old question of who the best starter truly is across all of Pokemon. Now, astute viewers might be thinking, wait, there's 3 Pokemon across 9 generations, doesn't that equal 27? And you'd be right, which is why I decided to include these 3 over here. Pikachu and Eevee, because they've been starter Pokemon in multiple different games, and Clefairy because, if you didn't know, Clefairy was initially going to be the mascot for Pokemon before landing on Pikachu, and this is even reflected in one of the manga series where Red has a Clefairy, so thanks to that we're able to have an even 30. And to make things a bit more unique, what better way to find the best starter than using their baby unevolved forms? I just thought it would be pretty funny to do that, instead of using their final evolutions. As for my predictions, I'm definitely going with my personal favorite starter, number 1 in the Pokédex for a reason, Bulbasaur, so I really hope they win. And with all that out of the way, here are all the contestants, let us proceed to the bloodbath. As the tributes stand on their podiums, the horn sounds. Fuecoco finds a canteen full of water. Totodile takes a sickle. Chimchar runs. Eevee runs. Trico runs. Sobble severely injures Chespin and leaves them to die. Cyndaquil scares Snivy away from the cornucopia. Chikorita takes a spear, I guess utilizing Vine Whip. Bulbasaur runs. Clefairy runs. Piplup runs. Quaxly runs. Litten runs. Mudkip runs. Fennekin finds Oshawott hiding in the cornucopia, but Oshawott kills them. There's that type advantage coming in. Even though Fennekin got the drop on Oshawott, it's not going to stop it from getting drowned out by Water Gun. Rowlet runs. Charmander runs. Grookey takes a handful of throwing knives. Sprigatito runs. Pikachu runs. Squirtle runs. Torchic rips the mace out of Turtwig's hands. How did either of them do that? I'm guessing Turtwig's just kind of holding it in its mouth and Torchic's grabbing it with one of its little claw feet and managed to get it out of there. Popplio runs, probably very slowly. Tepig runs. Froakie stabs Scorbunny while their back is turned. Whoa. I guess it is a ninja, so got the drop on it. Day 1. Turtwig receives a hatchet. So now it can use Cut. Mudkip camouflages himself in the bushes. Chikorita fishes. Clefairy thinks about home. Bulbasaur receives medical supplies. A couple potions from their trainer, probably. Chimchar overhears Charmander and Pikachu talking in the distance. That the Gen 1s are working together. Eevee defeats Quaxly in a fight, but spares their life. Oshawott makes a slingshot. Squirtle practices their archery. Torchic receives an explosive. Sprigatito collects fruit. Totodile and Grookey hunt for other tributes. Froakie discovers a river, much to their joy. Snivy, Rowlet, Tepig, Litten, and Cyndaquil hunt for other tributes. Popplio and Trico work together for the day. Piplup throws a knife into Sobble's head. And Fuecoco searches for firewood. I wouldn't think Fuecoco would need it. They could just make a fire out of anything in the arena. 4 cannon shots there. Night 1. Torchic forces Eevee to kill Pikachu or Litten. They refuse to kill, so Torchic kills them instead. Chikorita is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Clefairy and Trico hold hands. Bulbasaur tends to Popplio's wounds. Charmander, Squirtle, and Fuecoco cheerfully sing songs together. Chimchar kills Froakie with a hatchet. Sprigatito defeats Oshawott in a fight but spares their life. Totodile and Cyndaquil fight Mudkip and Turtwig. Totodile and Cyndaquil survive. Rowlet tends to their wounds. Quaxly sets up camp for the night. Snivy receives fresh food. Froakie and Piplup tell stories about themselves to each other. And Tepig cries himself to sleep. Day 2. Clefairy runs from Sprigatito. Tepig and Chikorita work together for the day. Trico unknowingly eats toxic berries. Snivy makes a slingshot. Piplup stabs Grookey with a tree branch. Oh no! Piplup turned the tables and used branch poke on Grookey. Wow. And it actually killed him too. Cyndaquil, Litten, Bulbasaur, and Torchic hunt for other tributes. Oshawott sprains their ankle while running from Charmander. Popplio fishes. Chimchar, Totodile, Rowlet, Quaxly, and Pikachu hunt for other tributes. Squirtle is pricked by thorns while picking berries. And Fuecoco receives medical supplies. 6 cannon shots. Night 2. Pikachu receives a hatchet. Piplup thinks about winning. Sprigatito and Clefairy hold hands. Snivy dies from hunger. Rowlet, Torchic, and Popplio cheerfully sing songs together. Tepig passes out from exhaustion. Chimchar fends Cyndaquil, Squirtle, and Fuecoco away from their fire. Quaxly cooks their food before putting their fire out. Oshawott sets up camp for the night. Bulbasaur cries himself to sleep. No, buddy, you gotta stay in this. Litten and Totodile hold hands. Chikorita quietly hums. And Charmander thinks about winning. Day 3. Cyndaquil scares Charmander off. Tepig goes hunting. Bulbasaur tends to Oshawott's wounds. Fuecoco fishes. Sprigatito forces Chimchar to kill Pikachu or Torchic. They decide to kill Pikachu. Piplup receives fresh food. Totodile questions their sanity. Clefairy, Rowlet, Popplio, and Litten raid Quaxly's camp while they are hunting. Squirtle receives a hatchet, and Chikorita somehow picks up archery. 2 cannon shots. Night 3. Bulbasaur questions their sanity. Clefairy receives a hatchet. Fuecoco thinks about winning. Chikorita defeats Oshawott in a fight but spares their life. Torchic, Quaxly, Tepig, Chimchar, and Cyndaquil sleep in shifts. Squirtle destroys Litten's supplies while they are asleep. Piplup, Sprigatito, and Charmander discuss the games of what might happen in the morning. Totodile receives medical supplies. Popplio tries to sing themselves to sleep. And Rowlet starts a fire. Day 4. Totodile receives clean water. Bulbasaur collects fruit from a tree. Chimchar, Litten, Tepig, and Cyndaquil raid Clefairy's camp while they're hunting. Charmander constructs a shack. Rowlet, Piplup, Squirtle, and Fuecoco hunt for other tributes. Popplio defeats Quaxly in a fight but spares their life. Torchic injures themselves. Sprigatito, Chikorita, and Oshawott hunt for other tributes. No cannon shots that day. Night 4. Bulbasaur receives clean water. Charmander looks at the night sky. Torchic, Litten, and Clefairy sleep in shifts. Totodile thinks about home. Sprigatito convinces Fuecoco to snuggle with them. Chikorita questions their sanity. Chimchar tries to treat their infection. Tepig tries to treat their infection too. Oshawott receives medical supplies, as does Rowlet. Quaxly tends to their wounds. Cyndaquil thinks about home. Popplio tends to their wounds. Piplup cooks their food before putting their fire out. And Squirtle gets fresh food. Day 5. Torchic tries to spearfish with a trident. Tepig picks flowers. Oshawott, Popplio, Fuecoco, and Quaxly hunt for other tributes. Squirtle runs from Sprigatito. Totodile attacks Cyndaquil, but they manage to escape. Chikorita and Bulbasaur split up the search for resources. Clefairy diverts Chimchar's attention and runs. Rowlet overhears Piplup and Litten talking in the distance. And Charmander accidentally steps on a landmine. Oh, we have an event. Carnivorous squirrels start attacking the tributes. Chikorita tries to kill as many squirrels as they can, but there are too many. Piplup tries to kill as many as they can too, but there's too many. Clefairy uses the squirrels to their advantage, shoving Sprigatito into them. The squirrels separate and kill Chimchar and Rowlet. Oshawott survives. Litten survives. Quaxly, Tepig, and Fuecoco survive. Squirtle uses them to his advantage, shoving Torchic into them. Bulbasaur survives. The squirrels separate and kill Popplio and Totodile. And Cyndaquil survives. Oh, that was a bloodbath. Yeah, 9 cannon shots. That helped thin the numbers. Night 5. Cyndaquil cooks their food before putting their fire out. Bulbasaur thinks about home. Oshawott tracks down and kills Squirtle. Clefairy quietly hums. Quaxley, Fuecoco, and Tepig discuss the games and what might happen in the morning. And Litten goes to sleep. Oh, another event, the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs from the tributes' families. Bulbasaur doesn't go. Tepig and Litten get into a fight over raw meat, but Litten gives up and runs away. Quaxley doesn't go. Fuecoco, Oshawott, Cyndaquil, and Clefairy team up to grab food, supplies, weapons, and memoirs. Day 6. Cyndaquil taints Clefairy's food, killing them. Tepig sprains their ankle while running from Oshawott. Bulbasaur tries to sleep through the entire day. Fuecoco severely injures Quaxley and leaves them to die. And Litten receives fresh food. 3 cannon shots. Down to the final 6 now, and how appropriate for Night 6. Oshawott, Bulbasaur, Tepig, Litten, and Cyndaquil sleep in shifts, and Fuecoco receives fresh water. Day 7. Oshawott attacks Fuecoco, but they manage to escape. Tepig's trap kills Litten, and Bulbasaur steals from Cyndaquil while they aren't looking. 1 cannon shot. Night 7. Cyndaquil lets Bulbasaur enter their shelter. Oshawott defeats Fuecoco but spares their life. And Tepig falls into a pit and dies. Day 8. Cyndaquil sees smoke rising in the distance but decides not to investigate. Oshawott stabs Bulbasaur in the back with a trident. No! Oh, I was so close. My pick made it to 4th though. I think that's the closest I've gotten to picking a winner. And Fuecoco is pricked by thorns while picking berries. 2 cannon shots. Night 8. Fuecoco tries to sing himself to sleep. Oshawott passes out from exhaustion, and Cyndaquil starts a fire. Day 9. Fuecoco tries to spearfish with a trident. Cyndaquil searches for a water source, and Oshawott tries to sleep through the entire day. No cannon shots. Night 9. Oshawott falls into a frozen lake and drowns, and Cyndaquil is unable to convince Fuecoco to not kill them, meaning Fuecoco is the winner. Who'd have thought it'd be one of the newer generations to win? Wow, Bulbasaur made it to 4th without killing anyone. Let's see. Cyndaquil and Oshawott got 3 kills each. Anyone else? Nope. Well, I'm glad if at least one of the Paldean starters had to win, it was my personal favorite in Fuecoco. Well, with that all out of the way, join me here next time, where I'll be pitting the greatest rivals in history against each other. See you guys then.